guys, we're back. How's everybody doing? I just want to take a brief pit stop here. This is actually, we're continuing right on from the last video. We're going to head up to a new area here shortly, but I want to see how we're doing. We're halfway through. Yep, 100 ped left on the amp. We're halfway through, and I just want to see how we're doing here. Oh, wow. Wow, a lot better than I thought. We're about halfway there. We're doing really good, actually, about 150 ped. I do need to refine some alternative. We're going to refine that. Yeah. And let's just take a look at it. 137% markup. That's what we're going to try to ask for. Wow, and good amount too, 73 ped. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I have noticed that we have a bit of Listerium too, so well, we'll deal with that when the time comes. But we're doing really good. Halfway through, I didn't think we were gonna do this good actually. It just didn't seem like the claims were there, but apparently they were. We're gonna head up here, and this is a taxed area, and I try really to avoid them, but it's 5%. You can see right there. This area has Hemi, and I'm hoping to get some Hemi or Kurtz, and it's got some Kurtzstone, and I just want to kind of check out, see if this finder will find some Hemi or Kurtzstone. So yeah, we'll see. Wait for my VTOL to load up here. Come on, come on. I love Zomhattan. What the fuck? Come on, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I love the look of Zomhattan where we are right now. It's one of my favorite spots in the game, just because it is like a apocalyptic ghost town of sorts. So it's kind of neat. Alright, here we go. Let's just see what we can't find. There's some garbage in this area. I think there's Listerium and zinc, so we may pop some of that. Hopefully not. I really hope not, but you know, as common as they are, we're bound to get some, which is gonna suck. But and if we don't do too well here, we'll head back down the alternative. Like I said, tax zones I try to stay away from, but if there is good stuff in them, then we will mine it. But a 5% tax will devastate our returns, and I'll explain it to you at the very end of all these, all these videos, because it can be quite considerable, especially if you're doing a long run. If you're doing a 300 ped run or a 300 ped return, then think about 5%, negative 15 ped. So 15 ped could go a long way, especially only if you're going to profit 20, 25 ped. Now, one of the things about this whole process is you have to take into every little transaction into consideration. We may profit 20 ped or so, if we even profit at all, with markup. But you also have to take in consideration, auction fees, and they constantly change depending on how you're auctioning your stuff. Oil in the VTOL, the decay on your finder, your excavator, your finder, and refiner. Finder, refiner, and excavator. So there's some zinc. Alright, well, I mean, I try to look on the bright side of things, If we get like 110 for it, I'm not even sure what it's going for nowadays. You guys try this, the Mountain Dew Kickstart? It's like liquid crack. I didn't like it at first, and then I couldn't stop thinking about it. And now I drink like one a day. It's like one of those energy drinks that has extra caffeine in it. It's got a little bit of juice in it, 5% juice. That's not going to do much for me. But it's like now it's just like crazy, and I just can't stay away from it. Like I literally sit there and think about, oh man, I wish I had one of these. But the orange one is good, and I'm not sure if they're even available throughout the States or in Europe or anything. But oh, there we go. There's some Kurtz. All right. A modest. It's probably going to be 1 stone, because I think the stones are about 5 ped each. Yeah, pop 1. Alright. That's nice. It's good to see. We could find that. Decent weekly markup, 137, about 137%. That's really awesome, actually. Wow, we get a couple more of them. Oh, 5.6 pet, nice. We get a couple more of them, then I'll kind of be happy with that. I really want Hemi, though, because it's been a while since I found it, and I used to find it quite frequently. I know PvP here on Entropia has a bunch of Hemi in it, as well as Pirate, but I'm not going to tempt the fates on this run. But I do mine there quite frequently when I'm on Entropia. I think it's easier to maneuver in and out of than PvP 4 on Calypso. There's just a ton of people in PvP 4, and not being a PvPer myself, it just, you know, I'm like a freaking deer to a lion, or a gazelle to a lion. Keep it geographically correct. African deer, gazelle. Alright, moving on. Moving on. I forgot to mention Arcadia. If you are a shop owner in Arcadia and you buy 50 additional item points, which is 5,000 PED, or 500 USD, you can customize your storefront. That's pretty cool. If you guys didn't know about that. I'm not sure how many of you are shop owners, but something to think about. I actually shop there quite frequently. I know Kitten's got a store there. Who else? There's a bunch of people. Obviously. But Kitten has the textured and colored vehicles. I'm kind of a sucker for them at times. Those shopkeepers there in Arcadia, they kind of keep their shops pretty full. The majority of them anyway. I know there's one or two shops that you don't have that much of interest, but they do a pretty good job. The shops on Calypso, God, I read a forum post on PCF that there was something like 600 shops. I don't know if that's like just available or planned. I'm not even sure. I guess there could be, because there's quite a lot of shops in the malls. And then plus all those shops on Amathera, and then the Deer Mall, plus all the booths. Maybe there is about 600. Huh. But the post also said that there's only like 100 or so active. Or maybe it was 600 in the whole game. I don't know. But if there's only 100 active, then that's kind of shoddy. Do one more drop. We gotta move, because like this is just craptastic. So we're gonna move right after this drop if we don't get anything. All right, let's head to a different area. See what happens. All right, I decided just to kind of head down here to the PvP in the same server, but a different sector within the server, and hopefully this will produce a little something more than what we had just got. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. If you're not getting anything, just keep on moving. Stop. That's my philosophy, and it works pretty well. So 5% here. Right? Is that what I just said, or was that from the last zone? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is text. I think we just went into a text zone. Just PvP, not contaminated. We're not gonna hang out here, I don't think. There's it looks like there's a bunch of mobs down there. Check it out. Yeah, there's quite a bit of mobs on the radar. I'm not sure if the dock workers or whatever the hell these things are. Okay, yeah. I'm not sure if they're gonna aggro us if we get too close or what. So I was talking about the shops. You could find some decent stuff in those shops, guys. If you really shop around, you can find a lot of stuff below markup. purchase it off the shop and then throw it on auction. I know sometimes it's frowned upon, but I used to do pretty good at it when I owned my shop at Twins, like years ago. When the shops released, I had a small little shop at Twins. And I used to go around to the other shops, like Security. Oh, what's this? Oh, nice, 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 nice. Kurt's another one, alright. I like that. I could dig that. I could dig that all night. Question. I had a question in my inbox the other day, and it's a question I've received before, and we might as well answer it. And it's pretty much in short order is like, what do you do after you hit a big HOF? And what I like to do is I like to just kind of stop and think about things for a bit. You know, if you hit anything over, I don't know, say a couple of thousand, say, I don't know, 2,000. Right now, anything over 2,000 mining I think is pretty damn big, because we're just not seeing it. But if you hit anything over 2,000, I think you should really focus on doing something with it. Now, that could mean like trying to become as eco as possible. I don't mean go out and buy a whole shit ton of new gear, but maybe spend a little bit of time on Entropia and kind of see where you could cut costs. If you need to buy a better refiner, then maybe you should do that. If you need to slow down your gameplay, maybe you should do that. Uraninite. That's going for about 122, I think, Uraninite. Definitely if you hit a tower, you should really start thinking about what you're doing. If you're dropping D classes and you're hitting Belcar, then you have to stop your gameplay, because you're going to lose that tower in like weeks. You know, a 7k hit you could lose in a week if you're not playing correctly. If you're dropping level 13s, you're going to lose it. You're going to lose it in a day. So really think about what you're going to do with that. If mining is not your thing, think about an eco setup for hunting or trading or whatever you want to do. Trading's not a bad option if you want to set aside some ped for that. I think if I were to hit a 7k tower right now, I don't need it in game, and I would withdraw it. Not the whole 7k, but probably, I don't know, probably 4 or 5k. I would withdraw 400 or 500 from it. And then of course you have markup, and then how to sell it. So obviously you want to try to get the most ped for your money. I know having a huge ped card looks really nice, but it's not necessarily functionable as well, because what good is ped sitting on your ped card, really? So I mean, as far as selling it in short order, take your time with it. You know, it took me like 3 to 4 months to sell that 28k Vita, and I took my time with it. And that 28k I got around 36,000 ped for it. So it was good. It was good. But definitely try to refine your gameplay a bit. If you're not taking notes, I would encourage you do so, and see where you're leaking ped, if you are, so that 7k can last you a long time, or that you could build ped off of that 7k, or whatever. Even if it's a 2 or 3k, you could do the same thing. So we're gonna have to do another part, guys. This is just crazy. It's taken so long. I never really thought about it, how long a level 5 takes just on ore. Most of the time I'm mining hell, and the drops in hell are a lot closer than they are out here. The radius on your finder is half, so you're dropping a lot more in hell. It's fucking Listerium, man. So obviously your amps go a lot further out here than they do in hell. That's another thing too. Hell is just crazy. If you're looking to mine hell, and you could go back to my earlier videos, hell mining or even FOMA mining for that matter, since they're practically one and the same, other than resources and fines. Pretty much, FOMA's got a ton of all-time highs under its belt, where hell has only got a couple. But if you're really seriously going to mine those, I would suggest the most eco as possible setup. I would suggest level 2s instead of 5s. Adjusted finder, improved finder, something along those lines. Speaking of which, have you guys noticed that this finder still hasn't broke an enhancer yet? How freaking crazy is that? Like, it's nuts. It is crazy. I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed. I gotta say that right now. I think I have to not maybe suggest. I still have to work out the numbers on how much it real like the efficiency of the enhancers are. But I gotta say, like, we've picked up a lot of claims since that tiering video with these enhancers on this font, and I haven't used any other excavator. So, and we haven't broken one enhancer. That's incredible. I thought for sure I would have broken a few by now. But hey, that's awesome. Gas. Alright. Back on the gas track. At least we got a hit, though. The whole area up there, I mean, I don't regret going up there. We certainly had to check out a new area, because if you remember in the last video, we weren't hitting that much. So I did want to go somewhere else. It really didn't turn out that well, unfortunately. Ooh, another hit. Alternative. It's a little babby hit, but, you know, we'll take it. We'll take it anyway. Fuck. We'll take anything. Even if it is just a little babby. I mean, obviously I like to see the bigger claim sizes, but... We got a perk in there. That's funny, because we had a perk in there earlier in the video, in the day. Well, earlier in the previous video, another alt hit. We're just gonna kind of go and see if we can't get a bit more. I was gonna end the video. We'll go another minute, I guess. We're gonna definitely have to pick this up in part 5. Oh, yes, nice. Alright, we're making back some losses here, it looks like. I was really thinking too, I'm like, God, man, I hope this run doesn't fail at the second half. We've done so well. We've done so well in the first half of the run. Because oftentimes that'll happen. As I'm sure most of you guys already know. Moving on. Moving on. Where are we going on here? 18 minutes. Alright. Do another drop here. Nah. That's it. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Alright. We'll pick it up in part 5. We're almost there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next vid.